Hello everyone, how are you all? I hope you all are doing good. This video will be very informative for those who are just planning to surrender their Indian passport, and very congratulations to everyone who recently got their Canadian citizenship. This video I will give you detailed information step by step what documents are required to surrender your Indian passport. So let's get started. So first of all, you need to search for blsindia.com. This is the official website. Website is www.blsindia-canada.com. Just keep in mind, it shows you disclaimer as well. You don't have to go to blsindia-canada.ca. This is the fake website. The original website is www.blsindia-canada.com. So this is the official website. So there are three jurisdictions: Toronto, Ottawa, and Vancouver. Under Toronto, there is a different province falls under Toronto, like Manitoba, New Brunswick, Nova Scotia, PEI, and Newfoundland. As I belongs to Alberta, so I falls under Vancouver jurisdictions. So I will click here. So then the window will pop up regarding to book an appointment. So once you just gather all your necessary documents to surrender your passport, you need to book an appointment. You can go walk in as well, but I must recommend better to go to book an appointment, because when you go to walk in, usually they just take 5 or 10 people for walk in, and you have to wait more than 5 or 6 hours over there. So I will let you know how you can book an appointment at the end of the video. Okay, so first of all, I have to click on passport services, and the fourth option is surrender of Indian citizenship. I will click here. So this is the information regarding to surrender your Indian passport. This is the information regarding Indian Citizenship Act, and I will click on application fee. As I belongs to Vancouver jurisdiction, each jurisdiction has a different cost. So it cost you before 31st of May 2010, it was $38.70 only, but after June 1st, 2010, it is now $117.70. There is a two-way that you can submit your application. You can go walk in person, or you can go through postal application. So in person, you should have your debit card with you or cash. So just to make sure, if you're going to pay amount with the cash, you should have an exact cash as per number of applications. So let's say if you're going to surrender passport with your family members of 4, so just to make sure, you should have 4 appointments. Okay. And for the postal application, you can make a demand draft in a favor of BLS International Service Canada inclusive, plus passport fee, consular fee, BLS service charges, plus return courier fee. That's my personal suggestion. It's better to go in person, because if you go through postal application, let's say if there is any mistake in your application, they may return your application and it will be a wastage of time. Okay. So here it is, the document requirements, how many documents required to surrender your Indian passport. I will click here, and this is the document checklist. First of all, we have to fill one online application form, which I will let you know. And the second is, you should have your Indian passport original and the photocopy of first page and the last page, and Canadian Foreign Citizenship Certificate copy, Canadian Foreign Passport copy, proof of address can be a driver license, your utility bill, and the photograph. You should have 2 photographs, and the fee. But I just want to let you know, it is mentioned there that you can carry only copy of foreign Canadian citizenship certificate and foreign passport, but that's my personal suggestion. You should carry your original documents as well, like your Canadian passport and Canadian citizenship certificate. This is the first time when my application was returned, I mentioned that nothing is mentioned in the checklist, but they said that this is the requirement. So it's better, you don't have to waste your time. Keep your all the original documents and the copies, and all the copies should be self-attested. And for the photographs, when you just scroll down, all the information is mentioned in this checklist. So this is the link for to fill online application form, which I will let you know. And everything is mentioned. Copies must be self-attested, signed by applicant. Proof of address like utility bill, photo ID issued by Ontario government or driver license. Address proof must match with the address provided in the application form. Whatever the address you are going to provide in the application form, which I will fill right now, that should be matched with your proof of address. The photograph should be size 2 by 2. Background should be plain white color with borders, without borders, and clothes should be recommended should be wear dark color clothes. And you can take photograph from anywhere like Staples or photo studio. Okay, so this is the document checklist. Now you need to click here, which is the website is embassy.passportindia.government.in. This is the website to fill online application. So they said that please select the region, country from where you wish to apply for passport or any other services. I will click here and then I will choose Canada. Okay, there are 3-4 options. As if you're not registered, you need to click on register. Embassy / consulate, it means we have to search for Canada first. And when we search for Canada, it gives you 3 options: Canada Ottawa, Canada Toronto, Canada Vancouver. This is the same way that we choose Vancouver jurisdiction because I belongs to Alberta, so that's why I will go with Canada Vancouver. Add your given name, surname, date of birth, email address. Do you want your login ID to be same as email ID? It's up to you. Your ID and password, create your password, and you can set up your security question in case you forget your password, and click on register. Once you click on register, whatever the email ID you are going to fill here, you will receive an email to activate your email. So once you need to open that email and there will be a link. You need to click on that link. Once you click on that link, your account will be activated. Okay, as I have an account, and I will click on user login. Okay, okay, so there is a 3-4 options. There are a number of options available. You can see that. Let's say apply for passport, apply for police clearance certificate. We are looking for apply for surrender of Indian passport. So over here I have to fill one form. The passport number, it means application form for surrender of Indian passport. I have to fill passport number of Indian passport number. And I have to fill date of issue. Let's say November 1st. Okay, these dates, place of issue, and then applicant nationality. So as you become Canadian citizen, so you are become Canadian, so you will fill Canada, and foreign nationality acquisition date. Just to keep in mind, do not confuse yourself between passport issue date and the citizenship certificate date. So which date you have to fill here? The date when you take oath, when you took oath on that day, when you just received the Canadian citizenship certificate, there will be a date over there. You need to fill that date over here, and the passport number, and then click on next. And then you have to fill first name, last name, date of birth, place of birth, and is your place of birth out of India? If yes, then click yes. If no, then click no. If you click no, they will ask you about your state and district as well. And marital status, let's say if you're married, divorcee, single, or separated, you can fill accordingly, as I am just going to fill married. And your education and your birthmark. So just to keep in mind, this is the very important step over here for the marital status. If you're single, there is no problem. If you're married, divorced, or any of your status belongs to this options, let's say if you're married, you should have those documents to satisfy this answer. If you're married, you should have your marriage certificate and the passport copy of your partner, front page and the last page. I know this is not a mandatory checklist requirement. This is the second time when my application was returned by BLS because they asked me for my marriage certificate and the passport copy of my partner. I asked them, nothing is mentioned in the checklist, but they said that we have to satisfy the answer which is given by us in this status. So always keep in mind, if you're going to write divorced, you should have that kind of document to satisfy that answer, or married. Then we will click on next. Then you have to fill your father given name, surname. Just to keep in mind, you have to fill exact same name as it is on the passport of your parents. Okay, so surname, given name, surname, given name and surname, spouse given name and last name, and nationality as well. And then click on next. And then you have to fill, is your permanent residential address out of India? Yes. Yes, we have. And then we have to fill address here, country Canada, and email address as well, and mobile number, and click on next. And there is a city, let's see, Calgary, and click on next. Name and address. Some people do not add the address. Just to keep in mind, in the emergency contact, write name and address of that person as well. This is also a main reason when they return the application, because when we do not fill the address. So just to keep in mind, if you're going to add a name of the person, emergency contact, you should also add an address as well and the contact number, and then click next. So this is the certificate details, like your name, passport number, and the reason to surrender passport. Then you click next, and then it will give you this information. So you can read all the information carefully. If there is any things needs to corrected, you can click back. Otherwise, if everything is correct, click agree and place and date and submit. If you're going to submit, then the document will be generated. Then there's an online form will be generated. You need to print that form. You need to sign here. Which we just add the place. So you need to print that form, gather all the document which I just told you, and then you need to visit BLS Center. So this is the detailed information, how you can fill the form, which necessary document is required to surrender your passport. So this is the information. Let's go back. So I'm just going back to BLS website.